It's time for the latest in the world of K-Sports. From Son Heung-min's Major League Soccer action to overseas and domestic baseball. We've got it all covered by our sportscaster Jason Lee, who's joining us in the studio. Hello, Jason. Welcome back.
Hello, hello, Walter.
It's been a while, but I do remember that we talked a lot about Son Heung-min because it hasn't been that long that he actually entered the Major League Soccer, but I think he's been on fire. Tell us the latest.
Honestly, it's pretty crazy just how easily he's scoring right now for the team. It is absolutely nuts. He joined the team basically a little over a month ago, and he's already second on the team in scoring right now, which is just ridiculous. And not only that, he is turning teammate Dennis Bouanga into an absolute star. I mean, fans of Tottenham will remember the chemistry that Son had with then teammate Harry Kane. Right now, Son and Bouanga are looking just as dominant in the U.S. LAFC just won their fourth straight game 3-0 over St. Louis. And the dynamic duo, they have accounted for every single one of the team's 15 goals in those four straight wins. Sonny with 7 of those goals. I mean, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Most of those goals, they've been assisting on each other's as well. So the chemistry has been uncanny, and both are just finishing goals with ease. I think opposing defenders and goalkeepers are just kind of scared whenever they know that they've got LAFC on the schedule.
And I hope that he's happy after his, transfer there and
Certainly
already doing so great.
A resurgence for sure.
I remember reading some pundits saying that maybe he's a bit too good for the MLS at the moment, and that he could probably have, done another season in the Premier League, maybe for a different team or even somewhere in Europe. He still definitely has the power, and like you said, he's making easy work of the MLS.
He's putting up video game numbers right now.
Exactly,
It's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. And there isn't actually much time left in the MLS regular season. How, in your opinion, how are the LAFC doing, and what do you think their chances of winning the championship are like?
It's a good question. You got to remember, they were actually a good team before Son Heung-min joined the team. He's only been there for a month, like I said. And, it's been a while since we've had a significant Korean player in the MLS. So just to quickly break down the way it works, 18 teams do make the playoffs, 9 in each conference. And LAFC, they're currently 4th in the Western Conference. They would rank 8th overall. So they're a solid team right now. They easily will make the playoffs, and you could see them as an average playoff team, but honestly, that would be a mistake to consider them so lightly because they're 5-1 with 2 draws since adding Son Heung-min, and as I mentioned, 4 straight wins in the last 4. Probably took him a week or 2 to get accustomed to the new league, some chemistry with his teammates, also noting that, jet lag was a factor. He came in as a sub in his first game against Chicago, so a lot of different things that might have slowed down Son Heung-min in the beginning, but now that he's accustomed to the play of the league and his teammates, this team is moving full steam ahead. And I honestly would say that they probably have as good of a chance to win the championship as any of the top 4 or 5 teams right now. They're definitely not a team that any of the top teams would want to face, certainly early in the playoff system.
So Son is really in his element, and many fans of Son are now watching the MLS if they haven't even before, but now so much concentration on that.
I've noticed especially little kids wearing LAFC Son Heung-min jerseys. I've seen them everywhere. So this is even in Korea, you're seeing that the fans have recognized he's on a new team and they're supporting him there even here.
Well, they were lucky to get one of those jerseys.
That's true, actually.
Many of them are sold out.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
All right, Jason, now let's shift over to baseball, where the regular season is now over for Lee Jung-hoo and Kim Ha-sung, while Kim Hae-sung begins his pursuit of a World Series ring. So what are your assessments of the seasons for all of these guys?
Let's start with Lee Jung-hoo because he played the most out of the three. Lee Jung-hoo hit .266 with 8 home runs, 10 stolen bases, over 150 games. Now, from a numbers standpoint, it's probably right about what experts were expecting out of him in his first full season. And one of his goals coming into the season was to play as much as possible because he'd missed significant time due to injury the past 2 seasons. So first and foremost, the fact that he was healthy all year is a win. And then I think, he showed that he belonged in the league as well. I mean, could his numbers have been better? Yeah, I think so, maybe, especially his batting average was solid, .266. But, you'd like it to be probably around .280, .290 for his abilities. Now, but the most important thing, as I mentioned, playing time, getting in as much as possible, getting comfortable with the league. I think he accomplished those, and I think he'll be looking forward to a good season next year. The one thing regarding next year, however, is that the Giants just fired their manager, Bob Melvin. So it's going to be interesting to see where his new manager, when they hire him, will play him next year because Melvin kind of bounced him around hitting first, second, or third, and even when he was slumping, dropped him down to 6th or 7th in the order as well. And I've always said that he is a prototypical number 2 hitter because of his contact skills, his ability to pull the ball to right field and, perhaps do a hit and run if the leadoff man gets on. So situationally, I think he's just perfect as a 2-batter. We'll see if his new manager uses him more effectively in that manner next year. Kim Ha-sung, he started the season on the injured list, and then he was eventually released by the Rays shortly after being activated, played, I think, less than a month for the Rays, and then was picked up by the Braves. So he has another year left on his contract, and the Braves do need a shortstop. So I think he's a great spot for next year. Looking back on 2025, I don't think he really played enough to really assess or to evaluate his season because, like I said, he played for maybe a month and a bit, less than 2 months. So it really shouldn't be anything that we should judge his season on, especially coming off of an injury. I think the key with him is to look forward to next year, and he's going to be a big part of a much improved Atlanta team for next year. And for Kim Ha-sung, as you mentioned, he's on the Dodgers. He's the only one still playing, and the question will be, how much will he play in the playoffs? He is on the team's playoff roster. He did not play today in the first playoff game. The Dodgers beat the Reds 10-5. He did not get in even as a sub, but he is on the roster, so we'll see if he has a moment later on. And the Dodgers are just so strong top to bottom that Kim has really struggled to get playing time, even at times when he was leading the team in batting average. But he did hit a home run in the final regular season game, his 3rd of the year, so maybe that'll leave a lasting impression on manager Dave Roberts that, he can count on him not just as a solid utility player for defensive purposes, but perhaps if he needs a power bat off the bench late in a game, he'll know that, well, hey, Kim hit a home run in his last regular season game as well, so perhaps he can trust him in that regards. As for next season, Michael Conforto and Max Muncy will probably be gone, so it's possible that Kim could earn some more playing time going into next season, although the Dodgers are notorious for signing big-name free agents in the offseason as well, so we'll have to see if that affects his playing time for next season.
All right.
Excellent. And let's bring it home to the KBO, where we've had an amazing season for the KBO. We've had record number attendances, right? Absolutely.
Again.
Yeah. Every year it seems to get bigger and bigger. But it looks like there will be still some significant games coming up as we go right down to the wire. Is that correct?
Isn't it so much more fun when baseball goes right down to the wire, bottom of the 9th inning, games still matter in September, October? I mean, some of the very most important games are lined up actually for tonight and possibly Friday as well. So the LG Twins, they could have locked up first place and a bye all the way into the Korean series, but they lost to the second place Hanwha Eagles 7-3 on Monday. Now, LG could have again clinched first last night, but they lost to Seoul rivals Doosan 6-0, while again, second place Hanwha outlasted Lotte 1-0 in an extra inning game. So what does this all mean? LG will have a third opportunity at the regular season title tonight when they host NC. A win in that game or a Hanwha loss against the SSG Landers would lock up first for LG. And even if they still aren't able to clinch the title tonight, well, Hanwha would again have to win on Friday night against KT just to force a playoff for first place. So it is a long shot if you're a Hanwha fan, but hey, they've dodged a few bullets already, so who knows? Maybe this will go right down to the wire. We'll have to wait and see, but certainly very, very dramatic. The other race of note is that NC beat KT 9-4 last night, and that puts those two teams in a tie for the fifth and final playoff spot right now, with 2 games remaining for both those teams. The win for NC was their 7th in a row. So they've definitely been the hotter of the 2 teams. So, we'll see how that works out. But the other 2 teams locked in for the postseason right now is 3rd place SSG and 4th place Samsung. So, yeah, definitely tonight. There's another 1 game tomorrow that's kind of meaningless, but Friday and tonight, a lot of very important, you could say, postseason-like games set up to end the regular season.
Yes, very important and significant games. And thank you, Jason, for all of the updates. And see you next time.
Thank you, Jason.
Look forward.
And thank you, Walter. As always, we're going to see you back here next time as well.
See you next time.